There's actually quite a bit of window work. They put in the older metal style, so the springs don't last very long. And also I've got about three or four of them that are all bought with dual pane glass, so that's the moisture between them. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of common a little bit. We've got quite a few of those that are broken. This is our bedroom right here, next to the window. This is the jamb. Unfortunately, some time ago, water was getting around that window. It could have been back when it was a wood window. But unfortunately, all of the plaster around the window right here is soft. You can actually just crunch it. It goes right through the wall. So that means
Yeah, I'm gonna replace the majority of the plaster in that bedroom.
Okay.
The closest one to here.
Yes, yes.
Because it's, the whole ceiling needs to be
Yeah,
redone.
the ceiling's cracked pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's due, yeah. Okay, up in the attic is the water heater for this floor.
Uh-huh.
However, this copper pipe is supposed to not have any, it's supposed to go all the way to the exterior. It's not supposed to terminate up in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
This is your pressure relief valve that if for some
Can
reason.
I run it out then?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What it would need to do is just come down to the ceiling joist, and they put an elbow on it, they solder it together, run it outside, and basically this has to go all the way down and terminate within 6 inches of the ground, so the code book says. You can't just go out the sidewall and stop there.
Do you know
That's all the way down.
if it is at all close to that side of the house, like in the back, where it is, like
It's
in the
about
attic?
center in the attic at this end of the house, at the south end.
Okay,
just about
because there is
center.
a route we can take to the house
So.
already, so that would be good.
Yeah. Now, there's a catch pan in it, which is great, but the catch pan is not allowed to pass as this water going into it, and that catch pan has a pipe going outside. Basically, it's supposed to go all the way to the exterior itself. This is actually in our kitchen sink. Let's see here.
Ew. Upstairs?
I'm trying to remember. No, I think this one's down. Let me double check it. Yeah, this is downstairs. They have a Formica countertop downstairs.
Uh-huh.
The water's been leaking around the sink itself, getting underneath, and it's completely saturated, kind of damaged the underside of the Formica countertop on that back right side of the sink.
Now, is that the back or the?
This is the
Okay.
back. This would be your back wall.
So
Here's the
there's a new
sink.
faucet and all that work replaced.
So-
Okay.
You might be able to get away with keeping it the way it is for a while because it hasn't damaged the surface of the Formica, just the underside of it when you get underneath.
No,
the
that
cabinet
kind of
there.
stuff I can get fixed relatively easy.
Okay. Then that bathroom downstairs, which is kind of like the hall bathroom, a lot of water's been splashing out of it. The shower curtain has not been able to hold all the water in,
Mhm.
and now it's kind of damaged some of the plaster all along this edge right here. Some of these spots you have holes and everything. You can put your finger through it. It got a little soft.
Okay.
Just those darn. I mean, they're nice clawfoot tubs, but there's no way to completely keep 100% of the water in there. Underneath the house, this would be our dryer vent for the downstairs. The dryer vent terminates right here, and all the lint is just blowing in the sub area.
Oh, I had that when I bought my other house. Okay, how to fix that.
There is a
has to
vent
go
right over
outside.
here. Yeah, and it looks like they have one of those little shed roofs with a little flap that
Uh-huh.
go outside there.
Yeah.
But anyway, it fell off of it. So
Okay,
all that
so it
has to
has
just be
to be
put back
extended.
together. Yeah. Good luck getting to it. This picture I had to shoot over the top of the heating and air conditioning ducts. I can't get to it.
Is that the foundation that needs repair?
This is the brick foundation right here, but no, that's actually the west side, which is in pretty darn good shape.
What is that?
Now, let me double check this. Okay, this is a little better picture here. This is the picture about center up in the front foundation anyway. You can see where all the mortar in between some of these bricks has all started to fall out,
Okay.
basically. I couldn't get a good enough picture like here. You can see some holes. But there is some areas right here. This is a 2x4,
Mhm.
and that's your top brick. And basically, you can see between the two of these where you can see some of it has settled down in a quarter of an inch or so. But very little compared to what I was expecting to see down there.
Now,
Very, very rare.
do you know, have they improved on mortar from when this was built? So
A little bit, but not that much, no. No, it's basically, if it's good to start with, it's going to be great for years. So I don't see any reason to really do much with it at this point. A few of these areas could be touched up.
Could be
The
patched.
problem is now is getting to all of them. It's excessively impossible to get anything down there. What they've done is it used to be open enough you could get around down there. Well, they added that new heat and air system downstairs, outside. And all of the ducts, all the return air ducts, all under the house. You only have this much space. Well, that's the width of the duct. They've just packed it all down there, so there's no way that you can get around down there. Since then, they've also added a whole bunch of new water lines because the galvanized water lines were plugging up with rust and everything, so they changed to copper. But the guys that did it didn't do it correctly, and I'll show you a picture here. Instead of keeping the copper pipes right up against the floor joist, they just ran them down at angles down here in the dirt and back up this way and over there. And it's just all over the place, completely
Okay.
blocking you from being able to get through.
Oh, right, okay.
So getting down there to do some of this work's going to be some tough. Well,
That's it. Okay,
this is
I
some of it right
see
there.
it.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was coming up right
Mickey
here.
Mouse.
This is about 10 inches off the ground. This comes down and touches the ground, comes back up over here, jogs all over here, comes up over here. I'm like going, good grief, guys. I mean, you can do soldering better than this.
Oh my! It looks such like a Mickey Mouse.
And then what's
factory.
really tough is if you try to take your body through this little 12-inch opening right here and put too much weight on this, I'm
You
afraid
could
we're going
break
to
it,
break
yeah.
it. And that's what I don't want to have happen. But anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, a lot of the sewer lines still in the house, about 80% of them are still cast iron. The old original cast iron, which only lasts for about 75 to 80 years. We're way past that. Whether or not they're going to keep holding up, I don't know. I took this picture. You can see all of this across the bottom of the pipe here is all rust, where the water is starting to seep through the pipes, through the sewer lines. So we are starting to get
Now
a
is
little
that
bit of that.
is that something where the sewer line can just be replaced inside the house to the joint where it connects
Yeah, and
outside?
this is under the house, and that has already been done in a few areas down there. I see these little 3 to 5 foot long pieces of cast iron just laying on the dirt, and they put a piece
So
of
I need a
incandescent.
good plumber.
So the thing would be whether or not is it worth having a plumber run a camera down most of these interior pipes. I'm not talking the one from the
The
house
scope.
out to the street,
Uh-huh.
the interior pipes to find out, wow, yeah, there were a lot of
damage
inside.
out there,
Yeah.
okay.
It might be worth sending a camera down some of these and checking that. That may be one more inspection you might want to do during your due diligence here, kind of, because of how expensive pipes are, and there's no room down there to work to change these all out. I don't even know what a plumber's going to charge. It'd probably be $10 grand minimum.
Well,
So,
I got the
just getting our work
connection.
down
We'll
there.
see.
But they're just showing
I
you
gotta
quite
find
a
out
bit
we
of
got the
wear.
Mexican connection for a plumber.
Yeah.
I know we got everything else, but I don't know about the plumbers.
All right.
I don't know, we got a couple guys that do kind of everything.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that doesn't look very sturdy.
Well, they added a few more down there over the years, and what they did was they put bricks and just stacked a bunch of bricks up to a piece of wood to hold up the
So short
4x6
up
girder.
underneath.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no shoring, no concrete, no nothing. They're just sitting there.
Okay.
I like it though. The guy made a really pretty good
I've
statue
got
there,
a
but-
guy, I've got guys that do that.
Okay, so a little bit of foundation work needs to be touched up. Then I got simple things like over on the west side of the house. This is nothing more than a foundation screen to let air supply to the home, but
Mhm.
somebody at one time or another had a 3-inch pipe going through there. They took the pipe out and left a big old hole there for mice and
So
rats and
cover
everything
it
else.
up,
Yeah,
okay.
a little bit more
Did you
screen
see
material.
a lot of mice poop under there?
There's a little bit, yes,
Did you see any termite damage?
That I don't know. That would be a
Okay.
dozen termite. I don't look for any termites and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah. This I don't know what happened to it, but this is a cast iron clean out over on the side of the house where Roto-Rooter would run your snake down to clean it out.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody hit it and broke it
broken.
completely off. It's completely rusted apart and busted.
So that
This gives you an
needs to
idea
be
of how bad
fixed.
the pipes are. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, those are getting pretty close.
So really plumbing is the biggest headache
Honestly,
overall.
I would say yeah. Normally it'd be electrical. I'm very pleased with that.
Yeah, that was replaced.
Tore it apart. Now you gotta
on the
realize
bottom.
it's just the electrical panels that they replaced and a few lines for Romex wire in a couple spots. The other 75% of the house is still the old original knob and tube wiring, and it's all hot. Which will make your insurance go up, unfortunately. As soon as they see the date, insurance is gonna ask you 2 questions. If they're smart, and they all are usually, 1, do you still have knob and tube wiring in that house? Yes. They'll either say, no, we will not cover you, or we will, but it's X numbers of dollars more to cover the house. And 2, is the house bolted to the foundation for earthquake? And no, you're not, because it's brick. There is no bolts.
Yeah, I know, I have to buy
Again,
earthquake insurance.
they will either say, no, we cannot give you homeowners insurance, or you will pay extra for it for the homeowners insurance. Those 2 are the
Okay.
biggies with the homeowners insurance companies, and you have them both. You still have the old knob and tube wiring, and you're not bolted for earthquake.
Now, if I fix the section, instead of trying to go and patch that mortar, and
Mhm.
I put a cement block there and bolt it, would that,
Physically impossible. You'd have to have 10 inches deep of solid concrete all around the perimeter, and the bolts have to be every 6 feet around the entire perimeter of the home to pass code.
can't put a couple?
Nope, cannot. Has to be inserted in the whole entire house. This is a pipe coming out, this is a big 2-inch, it looks almost like a sewer pipe coming out the sidewall over here. I got nothing, I don't know what it's for. I don't know if it's a drain pipe for maybe the water heater in the attic, the water went into the catch pan, and that's where it's gonna run out. I'm not sure
We'll
what
have
that
to look if I
pipe
ever
is.
see water coming out.
That would be
Okay.
something you'd have to check with the seller to find out. Now, next is they put this brand new heating and air conditioning unit in over this
Mhm.
corner here downstairs. The problem is this is your gas pipe.
Can't be next to it.
You cannot have it within this close to the ground, basically. It has to be 6 inches off the ground,
Mhm.
or it rusts. Yeah, it is. It's all rusted. The only way to get around this is they make a special black tape that you wrap the pipe with so that it will never rust. They did wrap it.
Is it too late to wrap it now?
I don't know. Depends on the gas guy, the plumber. I can't agree with plumbing again.
Okay.
He will probably take his knife and he's going to scratch the top of that pipe. He's going to take a look and see if it's nice and shiny, ready to rust. He'll probably say we can wrap it.
Okay.
If it goes in more than 1/16 of an inch, he says we have to replace the pipes.
Okay.
Which is not like 8 feet pipe. It's not too big a deal.
Okay.
But anyway, it should have been wrapped before it went on the ground. Or they make what's called a green pipe, which is what PG&E uses, like to go to a swimming pool or something like that. It's direct burial and it never rusts. But
Okay.
they did not use that. Every single one of our steps outside that come into the home, side
Mhm.
here, side over there, side back here, going in underneath more like the third unit down there.
Mhm.
These all are required to be actually secured to the home with some screws, bolts, whatever. Every one of them I can pick them up and just move. They're all
Okay, so
loose.
they need to be secured. That's
Especially as
easy.
far as a rental goes, if that was to ever move and somebody trips and face plants and sues you,
Right,
yeah, oh yeah,
okay.
you'll lose. That right there is the code book, because it has to be secured to the home for the steps.
Okay.
So anyway, I know it's pretty simple, you put 2-inch long screws and you're done. Now downstairs in
Yeah, I
that
took
third
a
unit,
picture of that, yeah.
yes, there's been a lot of water issues coming down from upstairs. So anyway, the odd thing about this house is the way the rafters come down on the roof. Normally, you have like a 2-foot overhang and your gutters are out here on the end with your downspouts.
Mhm.
These gutters are not. This comes down here and the gutters are tucked back underneath, so when you're in the attic, you can actually see the back of the gutter. The bummer about it is if everything leaves and everything get in that thing and it starts to fill up, water doesn't go over the front edge, it comes off the back edge into the attic.
Mm.
Not the best design. So literally they're
So it'll be
part of it.
important to keep the gutters clean
Yeah.
and maybe put one of those things up there.
Yeah, you could have those guards put on.
Yeah.
But anyway, at this point, any kind of overage, it's gonna go into the attic, it's gonna come down into the rooms like this, and it's gonna just soak all the ceilings. Yep. This is your electric water heater, which is for that downstairs unit and also the other unit, 2 and 3 down there. The only reason I took this picture, which is not a really big deal, it's kind of odd though, this is not a gas water heater, it's actually electric.
Mhm.
But of course, okay, fine. Is this is your pressure relief valve. Code just says that this pipe coming out the pressure relief valve cannot have a nut here and a nut down here with the flex line. I know it's going to work for sure. They just don't want this ever to be removed. This has to be hard soldered together or screwed together, galvanized piping for this pressure relief valve. It
Okay,
should
so you
been
have it
soldered.
soldered, but can you
Yeah.
have a nut at one end?
Only one end, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah, this should have been soldered all the way up to here, and then that copper pipe would have just
Be
screwed
nut
in.
there,
Yeah,
okay.
that in. But, yeah. And then you solder it on the nut.
And for all of this, you have notes to accompany the
Yeah,
pictures?
and I'll have the notes too, absolutely.
Can we get a whole report after?
This is just more ceiling damage downstairs in that third unit down there. There's just more water damage all over the corners. And
Is that from
ceilings and stuff.
upstairs somewhere?
It could have been, from, this area here at the kitchen, or it could have also been from some of the gutters. If they ever
Yeah,
got
they
that.
had a water leak.
Okay.
You'd think though that when they went to do the roof, why didn't they fix that gutter?
Yeah, would have been kind of smart, but.
But you know, sometimes these roofers, especially, you know,
It's a different company, doesn't.
they don't really know.
The roofer does
Yeah.
one thing and a gutter guy does another.
Yeah, true. More damage down there on all the walls. So obviously the
Yeah, that whole room needs to be
room
completely
is
remodeled.
really redone down there. Yeah, almost gutted.
Now, since it already has the bathroom,
Uh-huh.
but the toilet, if I decide to put a shower there and fix the toilet, do I have to get an inspection for that? Or since it's already plumbed
You're
out?
supposed to, because there is no plumbing for a shower. Yeah, if you're adding plumbing for the shower, you're supposed to pay your little $45 permit fee, and the guy comes out one time and goes, yeah, it looks good to me, great, signs it off.
Okay.
We're not talking big bucks, not for something just
Alright.
simple like that.
I just wanted-
You're not adding square footage, just adding plumbing for a shower. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do it. The first thing I did, I looked around and then I went, oh, this is killer, this is like a really nice little bathroom down here.
I know, and
Another good
another
place for
unit, rental or gas.
100% yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And grant-
Because the bathroom up
Yes.
here isn't good for gas, but if I had
Yeah.
someone could stay down there.
That would be awesome. Yep. Again, more steps
Okay.
outside that are loose. Okay, in the electrical panel, this is the only thing I've got is somebody that ran out of room for breakers. So what they did was they ran, you see these two red wires with one pigtail black to the breaker here. They actually
Split
hooked
it
up two
like?
lines to one breaker is what they did.
They like split it.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know what these two are going to. I don't know if they're overloading that one breaker or
I
no,
got an
it's
electrical
okay.
guy that can come, that's
So
what he does.
This would be
electrical
perfect for him.
contractor.
He
Okay.
needs to scope out what that goes to and see how much it is. There's two panels on the south side, one's for one unit, one's for the other for now. Anyway, same thing in the other one, they spliced in another two more
Mhm.
wires to one line, yeah. Somebody just needs to farm that out and make sure we're not overloading it. Pool, you may have noticed on the spa, we got one missing tile, which I did see, it's in the house here someplace, where did I see it? Oh, I think it's down, as you walk into that storage room downstairs.
Okay, so you
Up
put
on one of the
place.
shelves, I'm pretty
That's
sure
on
I
the
saw
outer side or
a tile.
on the-
That's on the top side facing the sky, in other words.
Okay, but is it towards the cement or towards the water?
This is the water right here.
Okay, so it's towards the water.
Yeah.
All right.
But I did see it, so they still have it, so it could be put on. I think it's down in that storage room.
Okay.
Then I've got dumb things like out at the pool equipment. This is nothing more than a junction box, but the tore loose, broke off the pipe, and now the wires are showing.
So that's to be.
I mean, just, yeah, that
And
stuff.
when you give the report, will you put it in order of need to fix, like need to repair?
I'm not gonna do
Okay.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I'd
that
say
would be
this is-
liability, yeah.
Correct,
okay.
I can't say, this is the most important item.
Can you
This
put
one I
which
would
ones
worry
are
about.
off code and which
I
ones
do
are?
though on that. I would put
Okay.
it
Yeah, but you go through, it's all
Behind those.
highlighted in the
Yeah.
report.
Yeah, well, we read
Okay.
highlighted for the items that need to be done, and I usually put a number 2 behind the item which says, probably you're gonna need a licensed general contractor or that type of person to do this repair. This is not a quick little screwdriver fix.
Got it, okay,
Yeah.
very good to know. Ew,
This,
what is
right here,
that?
this is the pump motor for the pool.
Uh-huh.
That right there is your nut for the bond wire. That bond wire is supposed to be through there for the pool, so nobody in the pool gets shocked in case the water accidentally was to hit the light bulb.
Mhm.
Everybody goes, "Zzz." What it does though, instead of that, what it does is it sends it through all the rebar, and the water does not heat up with electricity. It runs back a bond wire that goes all the way back to the pool equipment, and it blows up the pool equipment instead of whoever's in the pool. So it's the biggest safety thing. The wire's laying right here, about 6 inches away from it, and nobody's ever hooked it.
So you
It's
get
there.
I need to get a pool guy out here.
Yes, you need a pool guy big time, because there's thousands of dollars worth of damage to the pool equipment and stuff missing.
Already?
Oh, they actually remove things and never put them back.
So do I need a whole new pool filter and system?
Probably not filter or the pump.
The heating?
What you do need though, which we'll get to in a minute here, is all of the sweep system. You know, your sweep that runs running under the water.
Uh-huh.
None of it works. No pressure at all to the piping in that. Nor do you even have one of those Polaris, which are $1,000 to buy,
Mhm.
with that 30-foot hose on it. And then also they decided the heater accidentally broke. It doesn't work anymore to heat the water in the spa. So they just ripped it out and capped it. So there's another $2,500 more for a heater. You can't use the spa.
But I could use the heater as, the spa as non-heating, if I don't
Correct.
care about
Right.
heater. Okay,
Correct.
that's good, because I don't mind.
It's just kind of crazy you got a spa without a heater on it.
Yeah, but you'd have to, when you heat that spa, does it just heat the spa part, or
That's
does
all
it
it
heat the
does.
whole pool?
You know, there's 2 valves that you turn, so it only just heats the water in the spa.
Okay,
Not the whole pool.
alright, well,
Yep.
maybe. And that's about, estimate
2,500.
2,500, but it's at least
And
1,000
there's
for a
some
full
electrical
suite.
stuff. I can't find the light switch for the pool light. I asked the gentleman downstairs, and he said they've looked for it for years, and I can't find it. Plus
Well,
there's-
electrical guy might be able to find it if he can run
Yeah.
and trace it.
And you have to have a GFCI with a little triple reset button on that. I don't see one of those either. So that would need to be done also. So quite a bit of stuff they have removed. There's also what's called a blower. The blower is what puts the bubbles and everything in the jets for the
Mhm.
spa. It's completely burned up. They're
So
about
it needs all the
$400
new
also.
spa equipment.
Correct. All that's missing, and they know it. That's what I'm selling as is.
Yeah, they told me that.
Yeah, they know how many thousands of dollars it's gonna cost to put that back. Matter of fact, there's the blower right there. It's all broken, damaged over here, and the motor's completely burnt up inside. That's what
Do you
shoots the
think
bubbles.
that happened as a result of them not having that other piece properly?
Not really. This is
grounded
just
or whatever?
age. This
Oh,
is
okay.
18, 20 years old. They burn up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, this is where you hook up the hose for the suite. So the Polaris will run around and, yeah, there's no water coming out of it, nowhere. There's valves you turn to put water to them. No matter if I turn the valves, no water gets to it.
Okay.
So quite a bit of pool repair stuff on that. Okay, let me just double check here in the report. Any questions so far?
Well,
I
I
know this
did
is a lot.
ask them.
Good, okay. I'll have other crazy things in here, like, things like, there's a power gate. That's not part of my home inspection. I'm getting making sure the power gate works and this.
But it doesn't, they shut it
and all
off,
that.
right?
So at this point right now, they got the power off to it.
Mhm.
So getting it all back
The
up and
power
working.
does go back up there.
Mhm. Like the
how-
remote controls and all that stuff.
When will the report be finished?
Tonight. We'll have it tomorrow morning.
And then how many days between now and the report do I have to show it to people? Like, do I
You do, you have many
three or
times.
four
Yeah,
days
yeah.
at least? Okay.
It was 17 days from the time we did it to get everything done.
Oh, okay. And then when does the pest guy come?
He's already here today.
He was here today for
We'll have a report tomorrow.
quite a while.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Let's see here, what else was there? Anything else? Oh, now, a lot of the stuff that Pest Termite's gonna have, like upstairs, when you go out onto this deck, there's hand railing, it's dry rotted all around. I mean, you can just move it, it's all broken, damaged, so all that railing's gonna be put down there. But it's not just railing, it goes way up high and all that too, so.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm
And
doing that at my other
fences.
home as an upgrade.
Oh, are you really?
Do I make this out to West
Yeah,
Home
to
Inspections?
West Home Inspections.
Okay.
Yep. And let's see here, it is, the only thing Isaac gave us was it was a pool, but it's a pool with a spa, so I have to write up all the stuff that's missing and everything. Anyway, 750, is that right, 755? Whatever it is, okay. That's for the house, all 3 units, the subfloor area, the pool, the garage. And I don't know if you noticed the garage with the amount of dry rot around the exterior, because they've got all the dirt a foot deep.
Yeah, I know,
high.
it's really
sad.
bad.
Like, the slab's good still, the foundation's still fantastic, and probably 90% of the studs are good. It just, I'm thinking the siding have to all come off, because they've left the dirt so high, it just rotted all the sides out.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
a new door.
Yeah, using a roll-up door, most definitely. Yep. But let me just double check here.
My
make sure.
husband, I wish he could have come today, but I couldn't find
I'll put it on you, I'll have a recording for him.
Oh, good.
I'll put it on YouTube and he'll do it.
Great,
I talked
okay.
about the chimney. I'm just really happy. I really can't say anything
Okay,
bad
so
about this
26
foundation. So
or-
that's, let me check here. 26, yeah. The biggest thing I worry about in this house, I can have, 6 hours of inspecting here. And if the darn brick foundation's going and bricks
Yeah,
are falling
I
out,
wouldn't buy it
the whole
then.
6 hours is worthless, just over a lousy brick,
Yeah, because I
but
can't
it is.
afford to fix
No,
that.
who can?
These
Who can
things
jack
I
a
could
house
do
up?
it, as I go.
Everything else
We're
I've
done
got
then?
here can be
You're done, Randy,
fixed.
pretty much?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just gonna double check here, make sure there was not something else.
Is this just for what you did, or, and the pest is separate?
Yes.
He had a pool, that's why he had to check out the pool.
3 unit, yeah.
The only other inspection besides the sewer lines getting checked through would be maybe the roof.
Well, he's got a receipt on there, or
Okay,
he just
that's
did
good.
it.
Oh, I
Some of the
think
roofers
pest
have to
guy
call
might
that.
be here. Oh, no, he might be.
No, he was already here, the pest guy was already here.
I don't know who this is.
I'm sorry, you've come